Hello everyone, this is Rattue 498 and this is a 2v2 or Huntsman battle. This was a bit of fun, as you'll see in a minute when you see the builds. I've got 2 howitzers, some line, 1 cav and some lights. Joslin's got a lot of line, a couple of cav and some lights. This is risquard. He's got some militia, some line, 3 lights and some cav, and T-bone. He's got, I believe, 7 howitzers, a couple of cav units, 3 old guard, and some volts. So basically we wanted to just have a bit of fun, and T-bone decided to come up with this little plan of howitzers and old guard. So he brought quite a few howitzers. He's got the 3 old guards, so he's hoping to scare the crap out of Joslin's men, basically. So Joslin's going to try and rush up and try and overpower T-bone. T-bone has done a little stake line around his howitzers, so basically he's created the noob box. He's got 7 howitzers and they're pretty deadly. They're going to do quite a bit of damage and scare the British attackers. So Joslin's now engaged with his lights, and the whole time the howitzers are going to be shooting him, as you can see. So against a good player, normally people spam artillery. It's pretty easy to deal with, but when a good player does it and he's got an actual set plan, then it's pretty difficult to beat. So he brings forward his old guard, and you can see the lights are getting heavily depleted, and they're going to be in a lot of trouble soon. A lot of the flags now above the GB players got red. So it's not going to be basically about killing off the GB player, it's just going to be about scaring him so he runs away. He's cav charged the flanks to stop him from wrapping around until he deals with the front. So as you can see, the howitzers still shooting the front, and also his old guard firing as well. So it's quite a deadly combination. Here Joslin's just finishing off dealing with the cav. So Joslin pulls back his front as they're getting pretty badly beaten off. The only problem with that is, as he pulls back, he's still getting shot by the howitzers. Personally, I probably would have just gone melee and tried for the best and tried to get in and stop the howitzers from firing. I send 2 lines over to support when I see his front's folded. They're just normal for. So Joslin sends a cav charging, but unfortunately the stakes just destroy all his cav. But I think at this point he's getting a little bit desperate and just trying to get rid of these howitzers. As you can see, they're doing so much damage. So now Joslin's opted for going in melee, a few units on the corner of T-bone's line. So there's another cav charge in. Yeah, again they would hit the stake line. And my line units rout away. I move forward, risquard sends his militia forward. He's put quite a bit of experience on his militias, so they don't run away straight away. And here on this flank you can see he's in melee. but T-Bone's taken pretty few losses, hardly any really. And Joslin's men are all just running away. Risquard at the beginning of this battle was laughing hysterically at T-Bone about a stupid build, saying how he was going to get owned. But in all fairness, it worked really well. So here Risquard's gone melee on my lights. I've managed to Rattue one of his militia on the right hand side. I think his plan was to send a militia in to stop me from squaring, and then send the cav. So as soon as he's in the top unit, I squared them before the militia hit. I pull my lines back, allow my lines to shoot out the militia. So Risquard's cav charges were completely ineffective on their side. And over here you can see very few GB units left. So I'm going to come out of squares. That cav unit behind is going to come into the back of my lines. I form square right the way along the line, so he's got nowhere to go. So that was pretty ineffective as well. He's got a cav unit behind which he's going to go for my general with. So that's the GB player Joslin, now routed away pretty much. So looking through what I'm doing, oh, two houses are going to be shooting. Risquard's going for my general's running away. I've got one cav unit which I'm going to charge in, but it doesn't change anything, he still manages to get my general, which is kind of annoying, which is probably the reason that we get so badly beat. On this flank, I've got my 2 foot guards on the flank, quite far out wide. So you can see I've got my cav unit and my general both attacking the shooter cav there from France. So my general is going to get routed away. For some reason he wouldn't disengage from the shooter cav, so he ended up dead. But I push up on this flank. Risquard decides to do a runner, seeing that he's outnumbered, and I've got bay units. He's got one old guard unit over there, but I've got 2 foot guards, 3 British foot. Should be able to quite easily deal with them. So he pulls back his other flank as well, basically trying to get me into range of T-Bone's howitzers. So his cav comes through from square up. As you can see, my howitzers are still firing. They do absolutely no damage. So they're good for the scare effect, but they do nothing at all to his guardsmen. I've only got, I think I'm aiming for the general the whole time there, but they're just hitting nothing. So as you can see, T-Bone's still got pretty much his full army left. So I'm going to push up again on Risquard. Risquard's men form up to line to fire. They do some excellent shots before I actually get a chance to shoot off. But as soon as I do get a chance to shoot off, I'm going to win them in the line-on-line fight. So looking at my line, these units are pretty heavily depleted, but my 2 foot guard is still pretty full. So I'm pretty much expecting my left line of this line to lose, my right line to win. So I'm hoping it's good enough for me to be able to wrap round. But at the moment, you see the bonus I've got is T-Bone's moved his howitzers, so they're not in position to fire yet. So as soon as I get back into position to fire, I wouldn't actually be able to engage like this. Otherwise I'll be dead pretty quick. So as you can see, to my GB line of routing, I've managed to destroy his old guard now, and his line's in the centre. I'm pulling back my left flank as T-Bone's howitzers are now just in position to fire, so I'm not going to engage anymore on that flank. I just want to finish off what's left on this right flank and then I'll retire them back as well. So I switched my 2 line units round so they're firing into the sides of risquard's men. So I route them away, and then I'm going to reform my lines and pull myself back.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
So now, T-Bone is pounding my howitzers. It's a little bit fast forward. Now T-Bone's pounding my howitzers, and I decide to push up on my right flank to try and destroy off the forces which risquard brought over from his right flank to take place of the units I'd already routed. So now basically T-Bone is on my right and risquard is on my left. So these French howitzers, I mean, they are better stats, I believe, than any of the other howitzers, but they do a surprising amount of damage, and not just that, but they scare the crap out of everyone that's shooting at them. So, you know, I don't particularly like artillery, especially not on flats, but this little tactic of his, if you enjoyed camping, if that was something you liked doing, then this little tactic of his worked fantastically well. Joslin's a really good player. Managed to make him look like an amateur, so he's got lights on this side, so I'm just going to go blatantly in for melee. I'm not going to do too much more. Also, the bonus for me going melee will stop T-Bone's howitzers targeting me. He won't want to shoot risquard's men, or maybe he will want to shoot risquard's men and risquard wouldn't be too happy about it, so we'll try and stop him. So I'm going to push up my front. Basically now everything's just going to get routed away. These howitzers do so much damage, it's unbelievable. So I'm pushing up now. And I know at this point really it's a no-win situation. He's got 3 old guards sitting in front there. As you can see, my guys are just routing instantly. The old guard, in fact they're getting shot by the artillery. It's basically the end of them before they even start. Over on the other flank I'm doing pretty well. I pretty much destroy risquard's men, so... But I just couldn't do anything about the old guard and howitzers. He destroyed my artillery pretty quick, stopped them from firing, so couldn't really do anything to him either really. I think I had about 2 pieces left of artillery by this time, so I had no options really but to run forward and basically suicide. So now I've done that, he's going to send the old guard down. The old guard are going to go down, they're going to finish off my howitzer. They're also going to make sure none of these guys come back from routing, because the old guard will be around, so they'll still be scared, so they won't come back from routing. As you can see over on this flank now, risquard's got a couple of units left, or foot guard unit left over here, who's engaged with his general at the moment. And I'm just going to basically go melee on this Fusilier unit. This Fusilier unit actually managed to beat the foot guard unit, whether it's because they're scared or whatever, I don't know, but they've actually managed to do a damn good job of beating them. So I'm sure my foot guards are a bit tired as well, they've been running up and down the map all game. So that was a good game, guys. Thank you all for playing. It was all just fun. There was nothing serious in that at all. But T-Bone really wanted to be on YouTube winning, so here he is. I am Sickfish. Joslin is it too big? Risquard is Funky Monkey, and T-Bone is it's not smallpox. Okay, thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.